When the time comes, you fire the development coach and you bring in the championship coach. That time is not now. So, in what was an absolutely crazy scenario, Teresa Weatherspoon just got fired.
Angel Reese's career just imploded. We're talking steroids, lawsuits, and a suspension from the Chicago Sky. It's the biggest WNBA scandal of the year. But how did we get here? In the next few minutes, we're going to show you exactly how Reese went from record-breaking rookie to league villain. We'll cover the steroids, the lawsuit, and why her bad girl act backfired big time. Trust me, you're gonna want to see this. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Remember when Angel Reese was the talk of the WNBA? Fresh out of LSU, she stormed into the league like a hurricane. The Chicago Sky's top draft pick was breaking records left and right. Reese was pulling down rebounds like they were candy, scoring at will, and making seasoned vets look like rookies. Her first game, Reese dropped a double-double, 22 points, 15 rebounds. The next one, even better, 28 points, 18 rebounds. It was like watching a highlight reel on repeat. Fans were going wild, jersey sales were through the roof, and everyone was saying Reese was the future of the WNBA. But you know what they say about things that seem too good to be true. As Reese's numbers kept climbing, whispers started. How was this rookie dominating like a 5-year pro? Some pointed to her intense training regimen, others credited her natural talent. But a few keen observers noticed something off. Reese's physique changed dramatically in just a few months. Her speed and strength seemed to increase game by game.
Seems to have the priority to make sure Angel Reese gets all of these touches. Teresa Weatherspoon, or Witherspoon, whatever it is, you're withering away as a team. And I guess her fandom, her famedom continues.
At first, people chalked it up to top-notch conditioning and the adrenaline of playing in the big leagues. But then came the mood swings, the aggressive behavior on court. Reese was picking fights with opponents, arguing with refs. It wasn't just passion, something was different. By mid-season, Reese was averaging a mind-blowing 24 points and 14 rebounds per game. She was on track to shatter rookie records. The Chicago Sky were riding high, looking like championship contenders. But behind the scenes, league officials were getting suspicious. Random drug tests became more frequent. Reese always passed, but the questions didn't stop. But then came the game against the Las Vegas Aces. Reese was unstoppable, scoring 40 points and grabbing 22 rebounds. It was a performance for the ages, but as she left the court, something fell out of her bag. A small vial, unlabeled. An eagle-eyed reporter snapped a photo before it disappeared. That photo hit social media like wildfire. Speculation ran rampant. What was in that vial? Was it just vitamins or something more sinister? The WNBA launched an investigation. Reese's teammates started distancing themselves. The Chicago Sky's PR team went into overdrive, trying to control the narrative.
Does not want to run the offense to the actual good big they've got, which is Camila Cardoso. Really and truly, she gets rebounds and block shots. I mean, she is the total package on this team.
But they couldn't stop what was coming. A week later, the bombshell dropped. Angel Reese tested positive for anabolic steroids. The golden girl of the WNBA, the rookie sensation, had been cheating the whole time. As Reese's world crumbled, the Chicago Sky faced a nightmare of their own. How does a team recover when their star rookie is exposed as a cheater? The answer might surprise you, and it involves a lawsuit that shocked the entire WNBA. You think Angel Reese had it bad? The Chicago Sky's world just got flipped upside down. 1 minute they're riding high on their rookie sensation, the next they're scrambling to save their season. It was like watching a house of cards collapse in slow motion. Before the scandal broke, the Sky were sitting pretty. Sure, they had some struggles, but Reese was their bright spot. She was lighting up the scoreboard, dominating the boards, and putting butts in seats. Merch sales were through the roof. The future looked bright. Then boom, the steroid bombshell hit, and suddenly the Sky were in free fall. You could practically hear the sound of dreams shattering. The team's performance tanked, morale in the gutter. It was like someone flipped a switch and turned off the team's mojo.
Spoon cares more about Angel getting double-doubles than winning. That's the only explanation. Teresa Weatherspoon is an incompetent coach. Another game where Angel Reese is second on the team in field goal attempts while Camilla outscores her with less attempts.
Players who used to high-five Reese were now giving her the cold shoulder. Team meetings turned into shouting matches. And the fans, let's just say they weren't happy. Social media was a dumpster fire of angry posts and calls for heads to roll. And who was caught in the middle of this mess? Coach Teresa Weatherspoon. Talk about being between a rock and a hard place. 1 minute she's being praised for developing a rookie superstar. The next, she's fielding questions about whether she knew about the steroids. The pressure was insane. Weatherspoon was trying to hold the team together with duct tape and prayers, but you could see the strain on her face during press conferences. She looked like she aged 10 years in a week. Everyone was wondering, how deep does this scandal go? Did the coach know? Was anyone else involved? The Sky's management was in panic mode. They had to do something to save face, so they made a decision that sent shockwaves through the league. The Chicago Sky sued Angel Reese. Yeah, you heard that right. They threw their own player under the bus, claiming damages for the whole steroid fiasco. It was unprecedented. A team suing its own rookie. That's the kind of drama you expect from reality TV, not professional sports. But the Sky were desperate. They needed to distance themselves from Reese and show they were taking action. The Sky thought they were taking decisive action, but they had no idea what was coming next. Remember Coach Teresa Weatherspoon, Reese's biggest cheerleader? Well, her role in this scandal is about to blow your mind. Just when you thought this whole mess couldn't get any crazier, enter Coach Weatherspoon. She wasn't just Reese's coach, she was like a second mom to her. Always had her back, always singing her praises. But now, people are starting to wonder if there was more to their relationship than just coach and player. You know how they say, where there's smoke, there's fire? Well, the WNBA rumor mill was working overtime. Word on the street was that Weatherspoon might have known about the steroids. Some were even saying she encouraged it. Can you imagine? A coach pushing her star player to juice up? That's next level crazy. But here's the thing, Reese and Weatherspoon were tight, like really tight. After Weatherspoon got fired, Reese posted this heartbreaking message.
Many don't even know what it's like to be a black woman in sports, and when nobody believes in you. We had a tough job. I'm heartbroken. I'm literally lost for words what this woman meant to me in such a pivotal point in my life. She was the only person that believed in me.
I'm literally lost for words knowing what this woman meant to me in such a pivotal point in my life. She was the only person that believed in me, the one that trusted me. That's not just coach-player talk, that's family talk. And let's talk about how the team was playing.
To say nobody believed in her is a bit of a strange one, but at the same time, look, I'd say nobody probably believed in her quite as much as Teresa Weatherspoon did in the capacity that I need them, but I've always believed everyone in your life for a reason and a season. You were the best.
It was like the Angel Reese show out there. Every play, every strategy, it all revolved around her. At first, people thought Weatherspoon was just riding the hot hand. But looking back, it's starting to look a little suspicious. Was she trying to cover up Reese's steroid use by making her the center of attention? The whole thing stinks. And people are starting to ask, was it just Reese or was the entire team culture toxic? Were other players feeling the pressure to perform no matter what it took? And if Weatherspoon was in on it, how far up the chain did this go?
But this makes no sense. From the perspective of the relationship she had with her best player. She is a development coach. Look, do I think Teresa Weatherspoon is the long-term coach if this team is looking to win? No.
Well, the Chicago Sky didn't wait to find out. They fired Weatherspoon faster than you can say performance-enhancing drugs. But you know what that did? It just added fuel to the conspiracy theories. Now everyone's thinking there must be something to the rumors if they got rid of her that quick. Weatherspoon's firing was just the tip of the iceberg. Now the whole WNBA is in hot water and fans are asking some tough questions. How deep does this steroid problem go? And can the league survive the fallout?
This Chicago Sky team is going to be the 10th best team in the WNBA next year. When the time comes, you fire the development coach and you bring in the championship coach. That time is not now. So in what was an absolutely crazy scenario, Teresa Weatherspoon just got fired.
This isn't just about Angel Reese or the Chicago Sky anymore. The entire WNBA is feeling the heat and it's getting intense. The league was riding high on young stars like Reese and Caitlin Clark, but now they're facing a massive credibility crisis that's threatening to tear everything apart. Fans are furious. Social media is blowing up with people questioning every game, every record, every player. You've got diehard supporters wondering if their favorite stars are juicing too. It's a mess. And sponsors, they're getting nervous. Some are already talking about pulling out. Can you imagine what that would do to the league? Let's talk about how bad this really is. Remember the MLB steroid scandal, the one that nearly ruined baseball? This is looking just as ugly. You've got a rising star caught cheating, a coach fired under suspicious circumstances, and now everyone's wondering how deep this goes. It's like a perfect storm of scandal, and the WNBA is right in the middle of it. The league's reputation is on the line here. They were just starting to gain serious momentum. TV ratings were up, merch was flying off the shelves, and people were finally taking women's basketball seriously. Now, it feels like they're back at square one. Every achievement, every record-breaking performance is under scrutiny. Fans are asking, is it skill or is it steroids? So what's the WNBA going to do to save face? They're in damage control mode, big time. There's talk of stricter drug testing policies, more random checks, harsher penalties for anyone caught doping. But here's the million-dollar question. Is it too little, too late? The trust is already broken, winning it back. That's going to be tougher than any championship game. No, this whole mess is a wake-up call for the WNBA. They're realizing they can't just focus on growing the game anymore. They've got to protect its integrity too. But with every new development in this scandal that's getting harder and harder to do, the league's at a crossroads, and what happens next could make or break women's professional basketball. So there you have it, folks. Angel Reese's journey from WNBA's golden girl to its biggest cautionary tale is one for the books. It's crazy how fast it all fell apart, right? One minute she's breaking records, the next she's breaking hearts. But you know who the real losers are in all this? The fans who believed in her, the kids who looked up to her, and the league that banked everything on her star power. It's like watching your favorite team lose in the finals, but way worse. This whole mess makes you wonder, who's next? Which superstar is gonna fall from grace next in the wild world of sports? One thing's for sure, this Angel Reese saga is gonna be talked about for years to come.